Sarah Cusack now joined by last year's three-point champion, Joe Harris, and a man who just played on Team USA. What's going on, Joe?
Just taking in Media Day, another one in the books.
A little different this year, right?
A little bit different, yeah. I think in years past we only had half of the court. Now it's like the entire facility is being occupied.
Joe was like shooting on the other half of the court during the end of Media Day.
No, definitely a lot different.
What have been your impressions thus far of just, your interactions with Kevin, with Kyrie, with some of your new teammates? What stood out to you?
What stood out to me, from the moment that we got them in the beginning of July, throughout the summer, is just how much these guys love the game. They're obviously extremely talented players. There's a lot that comes with them. A lot of people talking about a lot of attention, but all in all, when it boils down to it, these guys are just hoopers, and they just love the game. They love the process, the work. Kyrie's been in here grinding it out every day. KD obviously can't play, going through his rehab and all that stuff, but they've still been a part of everything, team-related, which, guys of their stature, they don't even have to do that. They could show up to training camp tomorrow. That could be their first day reporting, but they've been bought in from the moment that they become a part of the Nets organization, and they've been wanting to get better, compete, making sure they're doing all the right stuff. And like I said, end of the day, these guys just love the hoop, they love the game, which is the biggest takeaway for me, which I find is awesome.
Ryan said it, you've had a busy summer. Just take us through your experience with Team USA and the things, considering what you accomplished last season, how this summer will help take you to even another level as you enter this next season.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable experience. Long summer. We were part of the USA experience for 50+ days, so you get to know all the guys pretty well, know all the coaches well, but all in all, from individual sort of development standpoint, you can't help but get better in that environment. You're around some of the best coaches in the world, best players in the world, competing day in and day out. All in all, the experience was incredible. It didn't finish necessarily the way that we had wanted it to, but one of those situations where I'm gonna be bonded with these guys for life. You go through something very unique, and then just from a basketball standpoint, you improve a lot. You find out a lot about yourself as a player, especially going through adverse situations like that. But I think it's not going to do nothing but help out everybody that was a part of that experience.
Joe, what do you do physically to make sure your body gets the replenishment it needs after going through what's a grinding summer like you did? Do you have to kind of take different precautions or tactics to get ready then for the NBA season after that?
So since I've been back, it's sort of I guess a slower, sort of tapered transition into training camp. A lot of the guys have been in here sort of ramping it up to get ready for training camp, playing 5-on-5, 3-4 times a week. I got back as more sort of recovery a little bit for that first week, and then slowly getting more acclimated into playing a couple of games here and there, but not the full go. But as soon as training camp starts tomorrow, I'll be full board. Everything will be going. It's just sort of that initial 2 weeks of just sort of, letting my body kind of recover from all the travel, the games, all of that.
Well, Joe, we are so excited to see you back out on the floor and to hear about all the wonderful restaurants you try as the team's best foodie. So thank you for being with us, Joe. And we look forward to the season,
appreciate you guys.
man.
Thank you.
All right, Joe.
To it.
And I'll tell you what, we're going to have you hand off the microphone to our colleague, Michael Grady. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. And Michael will come in here as we wrap up our last few minutes here